What's going on, guys? Welcome back to CrawlerCast, Arkansas's #1 talk show in the world of scale RC crawling. All right, welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining us. On today's episode, I've got Steven Deprow, better known as Hot Rod Willis RC, and we got Derek Gatlin over here. Everybody knows Derek, the RC workbench. How you guys doing?
Doing good today. What's going on?
Man, beautiful day outside.
Absolutely.
It is gorgeous.
Glad y'all can make it on the show.
Man,
Yeah.
it was awesome for you to invite us.
Heck yeah, man. Of course. That's our mission here at CrawlerCast, man, is to just highlight the guys in our state that are trying to do something with the hobby. Make it better, spread content, make good content, you know what I mean? And it's just all love. So we're just trying to get the word to everybody out there who's doing what.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Very enjoyable. Yeah, we like to do all kinds of stuff when it comes to crawlers. So
Right on. No, y'all are two of the most active guys in the state, probably.
We try.
Yeah.
yeah, I think Steven's putting out videos every day now.
Every day. Oh my gosh.
I think I'm about once a month.
Yeah. I was shooting for twice a week. So that's my goal, is twice a week, but as long as I get one a week, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to
I
at
heard
least
that.
do one video a week
Right.
for the entire year.
That's
See
where
how
I'd
that
like
goes.
to be. I'd like to be one video a week, but about right now it's about maybe once or twice a month.
Right.
Maybe get some content today.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we'll go out and get some content for sure, but we got a lot coming up in March. This is like the month where everything starts kicking off. Weather starts getting nicer, so there's more get-togethers, and the comp seasons start up.
Absolutely.
And so basically what's going to kick it all off March 2nd, which will be the day after this is released, is the ARCC Spring Swap Meet. And that'll be at 10 a.m. at VPRC Raceway. So David Van Pelt has graciously opened up his property, and we're going to have an awesome day.
Yeah.
He's got an awesome course out there.
Oh, it's amazing.
It'll be my first time seeing it. I haven't got to go, so
It's so much fun playing in the creek back there.
yeah.
Yep, it is awesome. So we're going to do the swap meet in the morning. People will be trailing and crawling throughout the day. And then that evening, he's opening up the dirt oval.
Oh yeah, I've watched a couple videos of that. Them guys are getting it.
Oh, man, it's so much fun.
I try not to watch too many. It's already giving me the itch.
But
I'm like, no.
I couldn't help but scratch it. And, of course, I bought a Mud Boss.
I've seen your paint jobs, and it's sick,
Yeah.
man. It's sick.
Well, the Mud Boss is actually vinyl wrapped.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's vinyl wrapped. So my buddy Corey Brashears, shout out Corey Brashears from 92 Graphics. His shop is just right down the road here, actually.
Oh,
And,
that's cool.
We go way back from racing dirt bike days, and
Yeah.
he does full size dirt ovals. So he makes graphics for them.
Yeah.
So I hit him up.
Scales it down.
Mine was his first one.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And so I hit him up, and he did mine, and he freaking killed it and knocked it out of the park. So now I'm trying to get the word out and help him out that if you've got a Mud Boss body or pretty much any kind of vinyl wrap you could think of that you would need, you can hit up Corey Brashears at 92 Graphics and Design, and he can take care of you for sure. But yeah, it's a bug, and I got bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
It looks
sure.
fun.
It's so much fun. It is a lot of fun. But so I've only been to one practice day, and they just redid the track.
Oh.
So it was what they call paperclip, which is long and narrow
Okay. Yeah.
and sharp turns at each end. And he kind of widened it out, brought it in a little bit, widened it a little bit, and made the turns more arching.
Oh. Okay.
So it should make for some really good racing.
Because y'all are doing 2S brushed right now.
2S brushed,
But-
and brushless, but you have to run special gearing for the brushless.
Okay, see, I'd seen the 2S brushless stuff, but I didn't know about the gearing change. Does that make it where they can run side by side?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
How many laps do you guys normally run?
So like I said, I've only been to one practice day and I've never been to a race. But just talking with David, shout out DVP. I think he's going to do like a time limit.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like 5 or 6 minutes, and then you just
however many laps
you
can
race
get.
for the 5 or 6
Okay.
minutes, and then
Makes sense.
each heat would be like 6 drivers, and then the top 3 would go an advance on
Yeah.
to the mains kind of
Yeah.
deal.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it
Definitely.
should be really interesting. It's based off like how actual dirt ovals.
Yeah,
Right.
I think the
Right.
bank. I'm excited now that you're telling me they've redone it with the banks. Now I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
because
So
that should really encourage you guys to get the tail sideways.
Right.
right,
Be sliding around the corners.
And it looks like that it can do it on the flat track, but there were some guys that were spinning out and stuff, and then you were too sideways for the straight, and so I'm like, oh, now that you have a shorter in the bank, you should be sideways for a lot of it.
Right.
And then by the time you straighten out, and then it's straight.
that
then
way when you
back into it
slide
again.
through, you're just shoot like that.
Yeah, a lot more scale to it.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. So after the that evening, the swap meet, he's going to open the track for the first time after being reworked. So we'll get a practice day
Nice.
that evening after the swap meet,
Nice.
and then let's see the VPRC raceway schedule. If you're into the dirt oval and the racing, let's see, I can find it right here. So official first test and tune is March 9th, and then the first actual race day is March 23rd. And those race days are on Saturdays.
Okay.
Cool.
So they'll be running the short course late model, short course modified, those style classes on Saturdays. The Mud Bosses will be on Thursday nights.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
if you're interested in the Mud Boss racings, that'll be on Thursday nights.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's several different days for it to be going on, so that's good.
Well, that actually works perfect for my schedule because I have, crawler events throughout
Right.
the year, and you can see my schedule up there on the board. Like I have something
busy.
almost every single weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's hard to fit, but having it on Thursday nights and the track's like 45 minutes from here. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
it's not bad. It's a good time for sure. So then March 10th, Jimmy Wilson is hosting another get-together, and it's the NWA Kidney Disease Awareness Crawl.
Right.
And I think it's going to be a benefit.
That'd be cool.
I'm not sure if if it's going to a charity or an individual family, but it's going to be a benefit-style event.
Yes, sir.
And they're going to do raffles. They've gotten a lot of sponsored prizes from Shift and HRWRC and a couple of the hobby shops up there, GS Hobby, the Train Shop.
Yeah.
Some hobby shops threw in some 1/18 size scale.
It's got a nice
RTRs.
nice hobby shop up there. I haven't yet to be there, but, I've seen some pics of it. It's
Right.
nice.
Yeah. So that should be a good event. If you're interested in that, that is March 10th, 10 a.m. at I didn't put down the location. I apologize for that. I don't remember where it was going to be. I'm not sure if they even have it just yet, but you can find NWA on Facebook, and Jimmy's got it posted everywhere. It shouldn't be hard to find the event.
Right. Absolutely.
So, and then March 16th, we start our first round with the Hot Spring Scale Crawlers. Be round 1 for our championship series in the 10 gate.
Nice.
At starting at 10 a.m. at the Hot Springs Off-Road Park.
That's a place that I want to check out. I've been there a long time ago, but I haven't been there since they've had the crawler course, the little small one. But I want to go check that out for sure.
Yeah, the crawler course is a nice area and it's growing. They've been adding to it as they can. So every event, it's getting a little bit bigger area to crawl on, a little
Really?
bit better
Awesome.
crawling. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they plan on, it's a whole area that goes up to the pavilion, so they plan on going up towards the pavilion. So
Huh. Sweet.
it's turning out pretty good. We try to do work days out there and help clean up the place and
That's always
move
good.
some rocks around and
Nice.
do some designs. I built a bridge there last year, just like
Nice.
like fallen log style bridges over a big area.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good spot. It's fun. It stays shaded, so it's good for a competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was last summer when I went out there.
Yeah, you came. Yep.
Yeah, that's a great spot to crawl, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
Keeps the heat off you.
It's a fun spot for sure. So then on March 30th at 10 a.m. is the ARCC hosting the RCRFC Trophy Series Round 1 at Hot Springs Off-Road Park. So if you're not aware, the RCRFC is the RC Rainforest Challenge. And the Arkansas chapter was the first chapter to run under that name in the United States. We did that last year.
That's really amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pretty
it was super cool to be a part of that, and that sounds a lot better, doesn't it? It's super cool to be a part of that, and we're trying to get it even bigger this year. So, round 1 is the trophy series at the Hot Springs Off-Road Park. I want to mention shout out to Matt Dankenbring. I hope I'm not pronouncing that right. Matt from Dinky RC. Thank you for what you're doing for the RCRFC and trying to help blow it up into something big, for the guys that like to compete but don't necessarily like 10-gate comps.
Right.
Because this is more of a scale
Oh, okay.
in the woods kind of
Yeah.
Right. Scale
trail,
recoveries.
kind of a trail competition. Scale
Absolutely.
recoveries. The way the courses are set up, you're forced to use your winch in a lot of different situations.
Oh, good.
Not only to climb and get up over stuff, but even to make tight turns without hitting barriers and gates and ribbons. And
Okay. I
he'll-
like that.
Like the one at DVP's, he did like a horseshoe. And every single body, when you got to the top, you had to set your winch up a way to scoot your rear end over.
Or use
That's
a snatch
pretty cool.
block. Pull
Snatch
yourself
block,
around.
pull
Yeah,
yourself
I love
around.
the scale snatch blocks. First time I seen one, I was hooked.
Yeah, it's super cool. Super cool series that kicks off in late March, and if you're interested in that, and you'd like more information, hit up Josh Harris from the ARCC, or you can hit up me on my Facebook, and we can help get you going with what you need to do to build a rig or the rules or whatever. So just let us know. It's an awesome series, and it's brand new to the U.S., and it's super cool to be one of the first clubs to get to put on the
Absolutely.
events.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's sponsored by Boom Racing and tons of big names.
wow.
So
Awesome.
Wow.
shout out Matt, thank you for what you're doing. Dinky RC, shout out Dinky RC. Y'all go check them out. Dirt Oval. So that's all the events for March. If you've got a group or a club event for April and you want to make sure that it ends up on the list, just holler at me, send me a personal message. Let me know anytime in advance. I need to know at least a week before the first of the month. So
Absolutely.
because we film these a week or so prior to the first of the month. And I want to make sure everybody's events get in there. So if I've missed one of yours in the past and you want to make sure I get yours on there, hit me up. But 2024 is going to be crazy. There's so
Wow.
many events coming up. Like I was saying,
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
something almost every single weekend.
That's good, though.
That's
Yeah.
Absolutely good.
Very good.
And the weekend I'm not crawling, I'm filming this show. So,
Heard that.
but yeah, it's going to be a fun year for sure. Do y'all have any big plans for 2024?
The Tough Truck Challenge, we haven't set a date or anything, but, we're hopefully kicking that off this summer. I think, did we decide Bald Knob?
So we did the first Tough Truck Challenge out there at the Radioactive Ranch.
Radioactive Ranch. Shout out Jay.
Absolutely. Shout out Jay. Thanks for the use of the property, and it's amazing. We're definitely going to do a Tough Truck Challenge 2. Going to be out there this year.
Rock the Ozarks 2024. Make your preparations now. It's going to be Arkansas's largest competition
Yeah.
event.
Yes.
Everything.
It is massive.
And it's not just
Absolutely.
crawlers, guys. It is everything. If you
Everything.
got
Oh,
boats, planes,
Yeah.
I'd even
construction
say
equipment.
trains. Bring your train set if
Pretty
you want to
much,
play with a
man.
train. 'cause
RC playground.
There's a spot for it. It is an RC playground.
Drift cars, just all of it.
Bashers, boats, everything.
Yeah,
Construction
absolutely.
equipment, sand drags, tractor pulls,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a pulling competition.
everything, guys. There's even a short course
Yep.
for racing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a awesome place. Thank you, Jay, for opening up your home to us for those events.
The huge jump ramp with the competition where they almost jumped to the pond.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
I mean, if they get any faster, they're going to jump to the pond.
He had 2 4-foot by 8-foot long kicker ramps, and it was dual style jumps. So
I'm pretty sure
long jumps.
Nila RC, they won that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Shout out Nila RC.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You guys
Yeah.
are doing some awesome stuff.
Heck yeah.
I
I was
like-
on his live stream the other day. We were just chit chatting while he was walking home from work.
I was trying to watch it for a minute, and then I had to get back to work.
Yeah.
That indoor course he's building is awesome.
Dude, his
I love
little
it.
indoor course is cool as
I
shit.
wish I had the space to build something like
Yeah.
that.
No, I love it because he keeps it scale. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Just
Yeah.
keep it scale. And
Yeah, he's
it's-
putting some serious work into it.
he's trying. He's trying real hard.
He's got some builder skills for sure.
He's not in Arkansas. He's from
No.
Louisiana, but he's like a distant cousin to us.
Right.
He's just right over the
He's
border.
like our
He ain't
distant
too
cousin
far.
Neela. So, yeah,
Absolutely. But yeah, we're hoping to do the Tough Truck Challenge 2 out there.
right on.
So what me and Steven and some of the guys from North Central are talking about is doing a Tough Truck Challenge 1.5. Want to try to do that maybe around the summertime,
Right.
and do it out there at the Bald Knob. Was talking about doing a trail crawl maybe on the lower course, something easy. Come up out of it, maybe go into a rock style course that's right there. Hopefully maybe there'll be some water flowing or something over there, and literally maybe do a crawl across maybe some of these bridges or
Right.
into some of the water and do kind of a creek crawl up. And then we
Nice.
have the huge rock face that goes up, and maybe do a hill climb. And on the back side of it, if we want to do mud as well, there's a lot of mud.
Awesome.
So something like that for a Tough Truck Challenge 1.5 until we get back to the Radioactive Ranch to do Tough Truck Challenge 2.
You
Heck yeah.
are going to break stuff.
Yeah, we're not
That's the
not
point of
playing. Don't bring any of the nice
Yeah,
stuff.
don't bring your good stuff. Bring stuff
that's-
that you won't cry about if it breaks.
That's
Right.
the point of a TTC is to find
Right.
out who's got the most badass rig.
Right.
that
You
Yes.
can
you
do it
bring.
all.
That
Yes.
can do it all.
Yep.
That's what when the Arkansas RC newbie was on, he's unfamiliar with Tough Truck Challenge.
Right.
So when I had mentioned it, he was like, he was curious. So I explained to him what it was, that it can't just be a crawler, it can't just be a mudder, it can't just be a
Right.
trailer. It's got to be all of those.
Right. If you take
Right.
a comp rig to this, you're going to tear up your drivetrain and break all kinds of stuff. I mean, because we're going to the trail run aspect of it is going to be fast paced. You have to
Yes.
you have to run with your truck
Yep.
to get through these gates. It's going to be like sprint, turn. I have a video
Awesome.
on my channel of it, and it's amazing. Everybody had a blast. Everybody had so much fun.
Yeah.
Like for our very first Tough Truck Challenge, I think it was a success.
I didn't think it would be that good. I didn't think we'd have that many competitors. I didn't think
Right.
it would take like 6 hours or something. It was a long
Yeah.
time.
I
Right.
seen the videos and I hated I had to miss it. Of course, I was there all day Saturday and I hosted some events there Saturday and
Absolutely.
y'all did that on Sunday and I couldn't make it. I couldn't come back up or stay. I had things I had to do that day. And so I was sad I missed it, but I watched all the videos. It looked really fun.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
The pulling part of it was amazing. Jay's homemade pulling
Yeah.
trailer is
There's a whole
wicked.
nother addiction right there.
Yeah, but when you say homemade, you have to understand Jay and his version of homemade.
Homemade is
Trust me, it
strategically
is
engineered.
100% engineered.
Yeah.
Right.
Industrial.
Yes. That to Jay is homemade.
Right.
So you can't hook nothing up to this thing that's going to tear it up. It's going to tear your stuff up.
Right.
Well, shout out Neela again. I don't know if you saw his video on his 1/24th scale pulling trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
he's made from scratch.
It's in pretty industrial looking itself for 124 scale. I'm like, wow, you got to do a double take that it's that small. But when you see his hands, you're like, what?
Yep.
Right.
No, that is too cool, man. That's what we were talking about the other day. But yeah, so the pulling game is
Yes.
It's coming
I am.
alive.
I haven't said it on my channel yet, but I am building a puller.
oh wow,
Yes. It's
we got
sort
the
of,
tea.
Yeah.
I want to build
It's
one,
sort of a
but
secret build, sort of not, but it's going to be cool when it's done. And Jay is helping me with the info because he's like the guru of pulling.
Yeah,
So I am picking his brain for
It's
all
like a
the
60-page
right things to do.
rule book when you start getting to the pullers,
Yes.
but it's serious. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
right.
weight and you're moving it. So these guys have got these formulas figured out, and so they kind of know what works and kind of what doesn't,
Yeah.
But there's always somebody out there coming out with something new every day.
That's right.
You know.
yeah. Jay wanted me to get into it, and I kind of peeked behind the curtain a little bit, and I was just like, man, it's just there's
There's
for
a lot
me to
to
get
it.
into it. I'm gonna have to dedicate a lot of attention,
Yeah.
right,
and right now I just don't have the time.
right.
And
Especially-
maybe in the future when if things settle down for me personally, then
Mm-hmm.
I
Then
really like
possibly,
his Bronco build.
yeah,
Right.
If I build anything, I like Broncos anyway. It would probably be a TRX4 base because I like TRX4s and they're tough. I would have to get in at a simple level and try to stop myself from building anything more than that.
Right.
But
Right.
I want one, but that's all I would build is probably a TRX4 just because I've seen his perform so well.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got several different TRX4s from slow to fast, and I've hooked some fast ones up, and he hooks his up, and it's just like a rocket to a helicopter. It's gone.
Oh, his new twin turbo one that he's
That's
building.
insane.
Golly,
Yeah, that thing's wicked.
is crazy. So yeah, tough truck challenge at Bald Knob sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's try to make sure that it's on a date that I can go to it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me know when y'all are trying to dial in a date because I would like to attend that one.
Yeah.
We
Make sure
will.
you bring something you don't care if it breaks.
Oh no, I'll show you. I got a couple rigs in there that's just right for a tough
Right.
truck challenge.
Something
Right.
you can bounce off the side of a rock and not cry about.
Yep, for sure.
Or sink it in the mud and tear up a brushless or brushed motor. We seen some smoking motors the last one. We seen some broken drive shafts. I couldn't tell you how many people broke. There was a good handful of people that broke.
I'm probably going to get a new brushed motor, just a new 35 turn brushed motor is probably what I'm going to run. And
Right, just to throw away.
Yeah. Probably an axial or something, or an RC four-wheel drive when I've had some good lucks. I'm probably going to run a TRX4 like
Heck
I've ran one of the Broncos.
Right on. Heck yeah. No, it's I haven't done a tough truck challenge style in a long time. We got into 10 gate competitions and my focus has just been on that.
Right.
So, but I'm wanting to do, like I was telling you earlier, the scale side of things is like my home in RC.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start gearing back to that. I plan on building a daily class for CrawlerPalooza 2024.
Cool.
So that's going to be fun. I love building Broham. I really love building Oracle.
Right.
So I'm all about that hard body life.
Yeah.
But in modified class, there's no reason to run a hard body.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's
but I
just a
want to build
disadvantage.
another hard body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now you won something with that truck at CrawlerPalooza, right?
yeah, I won the trail class show and shine.
That's awesome.
Wow. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Yep. I got that plaque that's sitting there with it right there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that was an experience, man. It was my first time there, and
And that's awesome that you won on your first time out there. That's
Yeah.
that's amazing.
yeah, I didn't do too good in the actual competition with it. Of course, it was a fresh rig, and I had
Right.
fresh rig complications in the first comp, and
It gets a lot of us.
then the trail class courses, somebody was playing a sick joke on us because they were just so extreme.
Oh,
They were
man.
super difficult. Yeah, so I finished like a 50th out of 65 or something like that in trail class with that rig. But so it was awesome to win the show and shine that night with
Right.
I heard that one.
Yeah.
I heard that.
That's
one.
me. I would rather win the show and shine
Yeah.
than competition any day, because like that feels good when somebody's like, I just off the looks,
Right.
that looks amazing.
And I mean, I feel truly blessed by it because there was so many beautiful rigs. You know, my confidence in it was high when I set my rig down, and then I'm standing over to the side, and every time somebody set another rig down on the table, just about, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So it was truly a blessing to win, and I will cherish it for the rest of my life.
Oh, I'm sure,
Absolutely.
man. That's
But-
killer.
I've got plans on my daily class that I'm going to build. So the plan is to go back and get it 2 years in a row.
That would be
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So we'll see. But that's my goals for 2024. Do y'all got some goals for 2024?
Well, unfortunately, my absolute favorite thing isn't happening this year, USTE. I built this Suzuki Jimny for USTE, which isn't happening this year, but it's going to happen in 2025, and that is dollhouse model scale realism at its absolute top end. I mean, last year they had a guy that could remotely roll his windows down
I seen
in
that.
his truck.
I seen
It was amazing. And to see that stuff up close in person, I mean, GCM Racing was there. Those guys are like expert builders. They are amazing with their stuff. Scale engine bays, like they have brake boosters with brake lines, keys in the ignition.
Well, it's called the Ultimate Scale for a reason.
Right.
Like,
It was amazing.
Man.
It is one of the top events in the U.S. for scale trailing rigs. And that rig right there will fit right in. That's a beautiful truck, man.
Yep.
You've been doing an awesome job with that build for sure.
Hopefully it'll get better and better, and by 2025 I'll have a scale trailer to pull with it, and
It's
who
just-
knows, I might have multiple trucks enter.
It's cool. I was looking through the back of it and he's got like there's some wires hanging down underneath the dash.
Oh,
it's something that would
Right.
actually be happening on an old
Right,
Jimny
rust
like
on
that,
the
you know?
floorboards.
Right. Right. Yeah, I like
Yep.
the rust. The newest edition, that top that you've added to it, I'm digging a lot.
Right. I haven't seen one with a canopy, so that was
No,
my thing.
Yeah, we looked at some scale pictures and stuff, and then you did that, and I'm digging it. I mean,
looks good.
because I like the bars that go across there.
Right.
And
And that has nothing to do with it structurally. I put that there specifically to make it look like it was structural.
Well, you did it. You did it in the right spots. That really is an added detail that makes that realism.
Right. Eventually there's going to be, I have a short build video on this, but eventually when I believe that I'm done with it, I'll do another build video where I show the scale framework and stuff, everything on the inside. But you're truly never done with these things. There's always something more
That's
you can
my
do to
hard
them.
part.
Always.
I quit saying I'm done with them.
Right.
I just quit. I'll see something and add
This
it.
is where it is for now.
Something you'll just get and you'll see, and it don't fit in no other rig.
Right.
You know exactly where it's going when you get it, man. So that's how some of these parts are.
Yep.
That's what I'm dying to get. A lot of the more scale accessories.
It's
Yeah.
addictive.
Yeah.
I love scale aspect. I love staying true to the scale. I love scale photography. Like that's one of my
Right,
biggest
the
side passions
cinematography
of
of
it
it.
is going out with the RC and
Right.
just walking out back
dig it
here
a lot.
and taking scale photos.
That's definitely I do. I mean, I grew up in the '80s. I mean, we had 35 millimeter cameras and throwaways, and that was some of the best things was to try to get the most in that one picture, and then to make it turn out right, or hope it would process.
Right.
Get half your roll back, and they're just white light.
Yeah. There's no
Or got the finger over the lens.
nowadays you can take 30 freaking photos in just a couple seconds and be like, nope,
Yep.
nope, yep.
I get a lot of my stills from just video. I'll just film it in a range and then screenshot out of what I think
learned
looks the
that
best.
from him. I didn't even know, and there's a lot of times that I do that. I still take traditional old school occasionally when I'm trying to catch light beams or certain reflections and stuff. But yeah, he's right though. There's plenty of times I could have just captured it from the video.
That's what I've been doing here recently, especially with my thumbnails. It just makes it so much easier.
Yep.
I can just find the right spot, clip it, download it to my thumbnail app, create the thumbnail, and it's good to go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it takes me minutes to make a thumbnail now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, love it. But yeah, so you guys have been in the RC game for a little while. I know Derek's been around for a while, buying and selling and doing things like that. You used to set up at the sale barn all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. For a long time, like 15 years.
And you've been telling me here recently you getting into building some scale bridges, and he brought me one, so
Yeah.
I thank you for this. It's freaking cool as shit.
Absolutely welcome.
It's going to get a permanent home out here on my personal scale course, and lots of people will get to enjoy this bridge for a long time.
You look
Yes,
like, man, from
very
what little
well
bit
built.
you showed us around, it's got a deserving home, sir.
Yes.
I mean, that place is amazing.
Thank
so
you.
if I can get back out this way sooner, I build another one. I'll bring you another one because I mean that place is pretty awesome back there. So
Yeah.
it's definitely my pleasure, man. You can't just keep all the cool stuff to yourself. You
Right.
got to spread the joy. If you want to have some friends and get out there and play with it, the more
That's
the merrier.
right.
Absolutely.
Well, it's just going to come in so handy because it's super light. I
Right.
mean, it's made from wood. It looks like it would be heavy, which it's nice and durable and sturdy, but it's not very heavy. So I can take it with me to like Gulf of Gorge when we want to do comps out there and cross over the water and things like
Right.
that. So
Well, about one pallet, and these aren't really the full size pallets like 2x4s. These are maybe like a 1x2 or something like that. But about one pallet builds an entire bridge like that, and it's something that I want to do a little video on. I built several different styles of them, and
You should.
they're easy to build. I mean, a lot of these pallets you can find people give them away of all different sizes, but some of the thinner ones like this, most people don't want them because they're not that structural for big heavy stuff.
Right.
But by the time I cut them up and just throw a few wood screws in them, you know, it's really just kind of having an eye to see. And, you know, other than that, it's not too difficult. You know, I think a lot more people could build them with all the free supplies that are out there.
yeah, for sure. Well, I showed you. You know, I'm in the construction business, and I bring shit home all the time.
I think you're gonna whip out some pretty nice ones, like from what we were talking about. You're gonna have some super
Yeah.
scale ones. I mean,
I just gotta get my shop built so I can, cause like to do a super scale bridge, you need to be able to have it set up in a spot where you can work on it as you can get to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just don't have the space to build anything right now. So once my shop gets built, then I'm gonna do some scale bridges, and I'm gonna try to do like some USTE type stuff, like
Right.
super scale, old
Right.
wooden style, boxed in bridges and stuff
Right.
like
that
that.
one we were talking about earlier, that big curved bridge, is mind blowing.
What is that for the Beat the Creek event? I think.
I think it is.
I think it was.
I
for
think
the
it
Beat
was.
the Creek event.
It's
that's
mind
coming
blowing.
up, and it was absolutely
trusses
gorgeous.
that are all got the the angles at the bottom, and then the individual roof boards.
Yep.
I mean, he took his time, like what we were talking about, making the individual boards.
like ripping down actual scale size beam
Right.
material.
And he's got the color, the paint. I mean, can I drive on that?
right. It's freaking gorgeous. Yeah.
That's some of the places that you guys are talking about, like the USTE and the Beach Creek. I haven't got to get that far out of the state at all, but those are some goals maybe in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Get some
I'm slowly
vacation
talking
time.
them into USD.
I'd love to go to that place. It's going to be get a vacation and go there.
Yeah.
Right. It's expensive, but it's worth it.
It's on the bucket list for sure. That, and I got to hit some Axial Fest at some
Right.
point. I mean,
Yep.
I'm an Axial guy. I pretty much run Axial or Axial based products, and but I've never been to Axial Fest.
I like a lot of Axial stuff too. I've got several hybrids and stuff. I mean, Axial has a lot of bodies I think they should bring back. That's my biggest thing. I'm like, why?
The
What
Power
happened?
Wagon body.
Is it,
Yeah.
but maybe,
I mean, they still technically own the rights. You guys could bring it back.
yeah, the
You
Jeep
could.
bodies too. I mean, we need the Jeep bodies.
I had a clear one.
Yeah.
Clear Ram body.
Like those aren't those discontinued, those Cherokee bodies?
I think
You can
so.
still get the body, but you can't get the kit anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can order parts and like part it out, build it.
It seems like there's 2 or 3. There's it's the 53 F100.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, why? That could be on drag cars and a Pro Street and a mud truck, and I
Absolutely.
mean, with a blower sticking out the hood.
Oh,
I
a mud
mean,
truck would be awesome.
I need 3 of them right now. I'm a Ford guy now. I mean, so
yeah, I hear that, but yeah, man. I mean, I love doing scale stuff. I love scale builds, so I gotta build me another hard body.
I don't blame you. I want one. It's hard to decide which one, but one of them will bite the bug or fall in my lap. I mean, you know, sometimes a lot of the stuff that I like to get is beaten up, broken, battered, used, whatever. But I like starting, then it ends up as my own. I know nobody's going to just wind up with my exact copy till they try to copy mine.
Right.
And then I'm okay with that because that's that's the best flattery in the world. When I think somebody wants to copy my design, I'm like, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, somebody, it's happened a couple times now. I've seen pictures of my rigs, guys posting on crawler pages like Toyota Tuesday, and it's a picture of my rig. Oracle.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you comment and be like, wow, that's a really nice looking Toyota.
Yeah.
I wonder where he found that.
Dude, I've never experienced such a form of flattery in my life. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
like I had people like, aren't you mad about that? They're like stealing your pictures, and I'm
Absolutely
like,
not.
absolutely not.
Share it around.
Like that hit me straight to my heart. Like I was
Right.
like, he likes my build so much that he's taking it upon himself to post it on other pages.
Yep.
Speaking of that, RC Sparks, Aaron, actually, before I even got into YouTube, I just posted pictures on Facebook and stuff. I had a couple of Wraiths.
Yeah.
And I just posted a picture of a Wraith flexing on another Wraith. And he messaged me, asked if he could, like, politely asked if he could use my image on his Facebook page. And I was like, absolutely, go ahead. And that was the spark that started my whole YouTube career.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
It was him messaging me, asking if it was okay to use my picture. I was like, go ahead, absolutely, yes. Share it around,
Awesome.
show it off.
Yeah, man. So RC Sparks has a big part of
Yes,
my
absolutely.
RC hobby. Like he's like the first YouTuber that I found back in probably 2012, 2013,
Right, yeah.
something like that.
With that,
When he
Tamiya
was-
Probably
Toyota.
still haven't watched all of his
He
stuff.
was
He's got
building in
so
the-
much stuff.
He was like building in his basement.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
Yeah.
what is it? It's like the Optimus Prime build and his
Yeah, that
powered
one's
trailer.
Yeah.
Then
I'm talking about even before that. Though.
Yeah, yeah.
The Black Widow build,
That was a really
the
nice
full
build.
Vanquish Wraith,
Yep.
and so many builds back then. It's
Like I
crazy.
said, he's been doing it for a long time. Like I said, there's a lot that I have not seen. He's done so many.
Yeah, so many well-known builds. And then we were talking about it earlier. I was obsessed with YouTube Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Is every Sunday morning I'm sitting there waiting for YouTube Gold to come out at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And finally upload, and I'd sit there and smoke and drink coffee and
Right.
watch YouTube Gold. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was my Sunday routine. Every
Especially
morning.
just his friends and the characters, like that was part of it too.
Yeah.
Is where they would like yell at him for violations or something like that. That got
Bob,
me.
the safety guy.
Right.
Oh, it was great. Yeah. Shout out RC Sparks if you ever see this.
Yeah.
Man, cool stuff.
You don't know
really.
how
Right
many
on,
people
man.
you've inspired.
I mean, golly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll probably be inspired to build stuff till the day I die because of the stuff that I've seen him build.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a really good passion for the hobby. So, I mean, that's Tough Truck Challenge. I mean, it has a lot of inspiration from the stuff that they did. It really does. I mean, we just wanted to do it our own way and you know, just like I say, just, you know, do our own thing. But it does have inspiration from that.
Right.
Well, I watched the video and stuff, and I think there may even be more than one video. I know there's at least one. There may be 2 or 3. I can't remember, but I watched how they had it all, you know, run and done, and I was just like, okay, we're going to do this and this like this, but we want to do, you know, our other stuff. And so it turned out great. Just another thing that was inspired. I think here in Arkansas, we're going to really appreciate Tough Truck Challenge in the future.
Awesome.
You know, I think there's other stuff that can inspire and could go different directions. You know,
Right.
like I say, the pulls, you know, and the mud pit stuff, and then, you know, doing the Tough Truck Challenge as far as the fun and run trail stuff. Each thing could be its own thing if somebody wanted to run with it.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna when we get done filming, we'll talk some more about it because I've got some ideas for an event that I want to do at Jay's sometime this summer. Just like an invitational kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Any
And,
excuse to get to his place, I'm like 2 hands up.
right.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking about. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but we'll talk later. Maybe we can coincide events and have some tough truck going on while we're doing some 10
Right.
gate comp, and
Yeah.
just to try to get a bigger group of people.
Right, absolutely.
Right, and there were some people in the Tough Truck Challenge that some of the events were too tough on their vehicles, and then they opted out on some events, and we were friendly and like that. But on some of it, having just dedicated events like that, where you can go in and you're not going to encounter something that maybe you're not going to want to do with your rig, is
Right.
great, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Man, like you say, even maybe a kids event or something.
Right, that was that idea we had also about the spectators lane.
Yeah. Hopefully this year we're going to do some kind of a spectators lane out there. Talk to Jay about it, but we have the camping area, and then we have the porta potties and different stuff, and you can walk through the trails to get some of that area. But actually do a gated off right next to Tough Truck Challenge, where you can drive your RC and go to the campgrounds and the different spots on the property. But you're seeing Tough Truck Challenge there. You don't have to wait for us to get to the end or just be in one little
Right.
spot. You can watch and run. If you want to run and follow right next to us, you can do that.
Right. No
And
big
then-
obstacles in it. You're just driving your truck.
Right.
Yeah, an easy course, and so that way, you've got just your lane, spectator lane, and you can watch what actually happens versus kind of hearing about it or just seeing a time or
Right.
who got first place, just seeing them come out of the thing, so.
Right.
And that'll also kind of keep people sort of out of the way why people in the competition are doing their thing. You don't want people like kind of standing on top of you while you're trying to drive.
Right. We want it to be easy and fair, but fun and we
Without
want to grow-
excluding anybody.
Yeah,
Right,
and
right.
it can potentially grow the hobby. You know what I'm saying? If people can actually see what's going on and they know what to expect, then you can build a tougher rig, and it also makes competition better, and that's always fun too. Now,
Heck yeah.
I'm definitely gunning for like a class 1 tough truck build.
yeah,
I'm trying to represent class 1 as often as possible, because I just feel like class 1 is usually always the smaller groups.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need more class 1 people.
My class 1 series is gotten big this year. So last
Nice.
year I only had 3 people in the points list. Last year, right now we already have 8.
really
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
there's 13 signed up for modified.
oh
Wow.
nice.
Yep.
You always have a big group, man. I mean, as far as when it comes to the competition side here in Arkansas, I mean,
They're getting
that's-
bigger.
I've always thought, hats off to you. I mean,
appreciate
you've
it.
had the biggest competition, the most competition,
Yeah.
and have always been on top of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
It's very organized.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
that's-
absolutely.
That's a big deal to me, is making it like we're just a bunch of dudes. If you just want to say that, we're just a bunch of dudes playing with RCs, but it's important to me that it looks as professional as possible.
Right.
When people feel like they're at an actual big event with their RC, it takes it back to the scale
Right, it
aspect
makes
of
it more
things.
fun.
Yeah, and it makes it more fun. And so I just have a real internal passion for it to be as legitimate looking as it can possibly be,
Right.
and as organized, and it took me a couple years to
Right.
figure out how to navigate all of it.
It's not
but
easy. I mean,
it's not.
I've run one. I haven't run another one since. it's tough and it's rough, but it's so much fun for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I know that you're doing a good job. You got
Well, I
some,
appreciate
some
it.
sweet sponsors. I mean,
We've got some amazing sponsors this year.
the payouts and the sponsorship this year, it's going to be awesome. Them guys are going to win some super amazing prizes. So I bet you the competition's pretty awesome this year.
Yep.
You know.
I feel like I've been taking it easy on everybody with gate setups the last couple of years. So this year I'm gonna step up my game on gates, and
The crawlers need it. I mean,
Yeah.
the
They're
crawlers
just
are
getting too
super
good.
capable.
Right.
Super capable.
everybody's rigs are getting too good. I gotta slow them down.
Yeah.
So be ready for that.
Your level of detail for your club, and the reason you put so much time into it is because the guys put so much time into their rigs.
Right,
I mean, that's all they. I mean, they do. They put their heart and their soul into these rigs.
man.
They're not buying them in a box and whipping them out and going to
No.
to these competitions. So
No, I
A
mean,
lot of skill and
some
love
guys
put in there.
do, and it's perfectly
Right.
okay if
Right.
you're trying to get into it and you just
Right.
want to dip your toes in the water and figure out if it's something you like. Then an RTR is perfect.
What is
for
it?
you.
That VRD, is that what they just come out
The
with?
VRD stance?
Stance. That's a RTR, isn't it?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
stance is RTR. Yeah,
Yeah.
they dropped the VRD carbon first, and it was a kit like the Pro,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was basically everything but electronics, body, wheels, and tires.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now they have it in an RTR,
And then,
which I assume Axial's probably about to do that with the Pro. I mean, if they don't, they're stupid.
That would make
Yeah.
sense. I guess, I mean, you
mean,
can't look at every single aspect, but I haven't seen that to
Axial-
think about it.
Axial was leading the field with that when they dropped that
But the
rig.
Pro, oh yeah.
Yeah.
When they dropped the SCX10
it
Pro,
still has technology on it, with a servo axle, mounted servo behind the
Right.
axle.
Right.
They were the
Not-
first.
not only in their innovation though, but the fact that they were the first company to release a comp style setup in a kit.
Yeah.
Right. Here you
Yeah.
go win.
Yeah.
LCG chassis, build this, you'll win.
National brand in every hobby store
Right.
across the nation.
And then,
Yeah.
like you're saying, the innovation of the updated AR45s with the capability of putting a servo on the axle, and the way they did the
Right.
mount, and you use a low profile servo, and it just stays tucked up in there.
Right.
Yeah.
And me personally, I've always been a 3-link in the front because we've always ran Sorca rules, and you got points for running chassis mounted servos.
Right.
So
I
I haven't made that
tend
leap.
to like chassis mounted servos for the scale realism.
I just stay with that. It's
Then you
it's
have
what
that
I
turning
do.
radius
It's what I know.
problem
but
with the
three-
chassis mount. You can
we-
turn
three
sharp
links
one
have
way
their
and not
issues.
as much the other.
I don't like the back and forth offset of the wheels when you're bouncing if you have a lot of suspension travel, like for a trailer.
Right.
But my brain, I like it for the realism.
Yeah. In both ways, whether 3-link or 4-link have their issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Once you start doing competition, I'm about 4-link. The servo mounted axle and stuff.
I've
Just
actually
like-
been considering making that switch.
It's just like,
big
'cause
advantage.
you can do work to portals, and they're getting better on portals, but it's the turning radius and stuff on the straight axle.
Well, I'm a straight axle guy. I've always been a straight
He
axle
is
guy.
too.
Yeah.
He loves straight axles. He is. And I get it though. It's the scale. It gets you lower to the ground. The couple things, like I don't know if it was him or somebody I was talking to the other day, but like on the straight axles, you can make them as wide as you want.
Right.
Yeah, portal, you can't do that. All you do is just create an obstacle to hit.
Yep.
And
I
here's
feel like the
just-
portals are a lot narrower of an axle.
whatever their width they're set up for is about what they're going to be. You get a little spacing, but if it's not a good offset
Right.
rim, a deep dish rim where it still covers it, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, with Axial just released the portal conversion kit. Actually, it's not a conversion kit. Like when you purchase it, it's a whole nother set of axles with the portals
Yeah.
already pre-attached.
Oh.
But it makes it over a 1/2 inch wider
Wow.
than the stock straight axles.
Huh.
How's it going to work with your gates? How wide does that make the wheelbase? Or not
It-
wheelbase, but width?
Right, track width.
Yeah.
I think stock. All that really depends on what wheels you use.
Right.
But my older Pro, not the newer one, the older Pro, it's pretty much at a standard wheel track width.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little over 9 inches. So that would bump it up to probably more like 9 3/4 if I was to put the portals on it and run those same wheels.
Right.
Gates in competition for modified class are a minimum of 12 inches.
Yeah.
So you got
Yeah,
space.
all right. It's going to be tight, but
Not
Yeah.
much.
Right.
And that's if you're straight on it.
the turning angle, though.
And I don't set up gates like that.
Right,
You know
not
what I mean?
for-
I don't set up just where you can just
gotta-
go straight through
you
the
gotta-
gate. Like
you got to wiggle your way through there.
right. No, that's no fun. Like
Right.
no easy ish. That's
Yeah.
one of my sayings that I'll holler out. And the guys in my club know this.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag no easy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's just not worth it to me
Yeah.
to have it.
I want to know how much turning radius it's still going to have when it goes to the
Well, and here's the thing, another thing too. So on the new Pro that I built, the Enjoyer one, I have those the Shift 19 Mavericks on there, and they're made where all your barrel of the wheel is on the inside. It's a flat front.
Yeah, those are to cover portals. That's that
Right.
style. Yeah.
Well, when I first got those wheels, I mounted them to that rig opposite, where it was deep
yeah.
dish out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it made it as wide as what a stock Pro would be with the new portals.
Yeah.
And I had so much body rub because it put the wheels out further to where when it turned, the tire wasn't on the inside of the body, it was on the outside of the body.
Yep.
Yep.
And it was grabbing the body and pulling it up out of the little channel that it sits down in and flipping the bottom corner of it up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, that's what it's going to do with them portals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's
100% right.
That's a whole additional level of skill that you need to take into these competitions is planning that geometry out
Yes.
for your body rub and things like that. It's finding out if portals are really worth it or not.
And it's just never been worth it to me, and I've never really ran portals. And another reason is it raises your center of gravity.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my big issue with it. Like I build top heavy rigs a lot, and putting portals on the top heavy rig is just you're done.
Asking for issues.
Right. You can't
I
you
tend
can't
to
plan
run-
around it if you're already top heavy.
Right.
Yeah. I tend to run a lot of weight in the wheels when I run portal axles. I mean, that's where I lean on it to try to counteract both of those.
Right.
To me, it takes a pretty heavy wheel and tire combo or a lot of weight in the wheel. I don't, or a lot of brass on top of that, but once you stick it, then, then you've also got some clearance and some other stuff. But personally seeing it in competition, that turning radius will get you.
Yeah.
If you can't turn, if you can't steer, you're going to be hitting gate after gate or reverse after reverse, and you're not going to be first.
Yeah. And no, that's another thing that I keep in mind when I'm setting up courses is, I try to make guys have to reverse.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just very few guys ever have perfect runs on my
Right.
courses.
Right. That makes it fun.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. If somebody does make a perfect run, you're going to be like, all right, what did he do to make that happen? Is there some kind of, that'll be the thing, maybe next year or something, some kind of crazy new turning knuckle that'll help you turn like this.
Get you
Yeah.
60 degrees.
Like
Right.
those, like what is it? Have you seen those trailing arms on the Can-Ams now? The trailing arm comes up over the wheel. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what the advantage of it is, but like the trailing arm comes up over the wheel and then back somehow. And it's like some kind of crazy new suspension thing that they're working on side-by-sides with.
Wow.
I wonder if that's going to carry over into RC somehow.
Very well could. I mean,
Having
all the technology in these are just scaled down versions of
Right.
real builds, and that's why I love it, because it is so scaled that it's just an actual
Right.
built rig just scaled down.
help you work on your one-to-one at home.
Heard
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, the scale axles is one of the best features that has had me since day one. When you can see the scale axles, the scale shocks, and then now you get into the RC four-wheel drive stuff where they have this actual scale engine and transmission into a transfer case, and you're just like, yeah, I need one.
Yeah, I need that in my life.
Absolutely. I was mind blown at the beadlock wheels the first times that I seen him played one of the beadlock wheels. Actual screws, actual functioning beadlocks.
Right. Love it. Love it. Well, there's some bunch of nice rigs sitting out here in front of me. Been seeing a lot in your videos here recently. You've been doing a lot here on
Been
YouTube.
shelling them out.
Every day.
I try to do every day. I might miss a day or two here and there, but I try to get something out for everybody, because I feel like YouTube, it's not that it's shifting to shorts. I feel like there's an audience growing for shorts.
Yeah.
And, there are those people that like to watch the longer videos once a week, which is fine. I like doing that too. But I also like how YouTube is incorporating shorts to where you can use copyrighted music and not get pinned for it or anything like that.
Right.
So, you know, because I have plenty of, like, I love music and I can just
Definitely.
use all kinds of cool songs that I couldn't normally be able to use.
Right.
And have to worry about getting hit with copyright or things like that. You know, that's what I really like the shorts for. And sometimes it's fun to try and squeeze an epic shot in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
Yeah,
Like, you have to think about it. Like, how do I show off something really cool in 15 seconds?
And then the way you see it with your eyes is hard to get it to translate the same
Right.
in video.
Especially like with judging, you know, depth. Like if you're doing a hill climb shot or something like that, it's
Off
so
camber,
hard.
but if you're not like square on the rig, if the rig's like this, you can't
Right.
really tell how
Right, it looks
off
like it's
camber
on
it
flat
is.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it's definitely a learning curve. Learning to film RC trucks.
It's
the
a whole
right way.
different side of the hobby.
Yep.
Very
It's a
different.
hobby in its own.
It
Right,
is.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yep. Well, you're killing it, bro. I
I
try to
appreciate-
catch every video and
I appreciate it.
Right.
at least try to give you a thumbs up and comment because
Definitely.
we all support each other here in the state.
Absolutely.
and
100%.
so, heck yeah, the videos have gotten really good.
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot more with your smaller stuff.
Yeah, I got 2 TRX-4Ms now that I'm starting to film with quite a bit more.
One of them's the High Trail. It's the
High
M
Trail.
High Trail.
I'm in
Black
love with that
edition.
one.
It's such a cool little truck.
Man,
Yep.
I got to get the Ford one. That's what I want to get. I'd like to get the Ford one.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we can do some tandem runs together.
Yeah.
Ford
That'd be
versus
sick.
Chevy, because
For
people
sure.
care about that with RCs.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, I've gotten in the comments before, people like, oh, it'd be a whole lot better if it was a Ford, or oh, it'd be a whole lot better if it was a Chevy. I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, little do they know they're exactly the same.
It's
Yeah.
the same rig.
Yeah, I'm into Fords and I'm into Broncos and he's into Chevys and he's into Jeeps. So
I'm hardcore Jeep.
Yeah.
Hardcore Jeep.
one of us can pull the other one out always.
Yeah.
Y'all looking a little bit like ketchup and mustard over here.
Yep, absolutely.
Representing here.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yep, I just recently started learning how to make my own merch and stuff. So, guys, if you're in our Facebook groups, hit me up. I'll get you a shirt made. These are our North Central Crawler group shirts, which, I mean, I can do custom shirts too. I can pretty much make whatever.
Right on.
They're
So
definitely
that's-
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's another part of the
eat,
hobby.
Sleep, and RC.
Yep.
Heck
And then
yeah.
we got a little dude crawling up a hill with his truck on the sleeves.
He's representing Jeeps over there. I'm
Yep.
representing the old school
Yeah.
Broncos.
Let me know
and-
your favorite color and what you want on the front.
Heck yeah, guys.
Make it
So if
happen.
you want some custom merch made, hit up Steven. He can hook you
Yeah.
up.
I got
Get some
hats.
good looking shirts.
Hats going on. That logo, Jay's wife Jess actually created that logo for me. Thank you. I love it.
Shout out, Jess.
Definitely awesome
Yep.
ideas.
She's so awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
helped a lot on all of the merchandise and stuff. Definitely does some good design work.
Yeah.
Heck
and
yeah.
and she's actually taught me how to make this stuff, stuff I didn't know. Like my wife taught me some stuff how to make and whatnot, and then there was a whole nother level I didn't even know about that you can go in and just create your own images. You can take images off of the internet and change them, rearrange them.
Right.
Like I make this pretty basic, but you can make this all different kinds of colors if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
You can layer it, and you can get really creative with this stuff, and it's
Heck yeah.
like you said, it's a whole different hobby all in itself.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna dabble my toes in trying some merch. Of
Yeah,
course,
I seen your hat. That looks like a really cool
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah, for
Your shirts
CrawlerCast,
and
I'm
stuff
starting
are
with
nice,
hats.
too. We
Yep.
like your shirts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have these made from Rave Graphics.
Yeah.
They make my stuff. They the company I work for, they get their t-shirts from Rave Graphics. So
Oh, okay.
I wear their t-shirts 95% of the year.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got one of their, so I know how well they hold up. I know how
I
well
heard
their
that.
graphics hold up. I know how well their shirts hold up. So I use them. And this year I'm trying some hats, and
Yeah.
they do the embroidery. So the hats I'm getting are
yeah.
embroidered. So they'll be nice embroidered style hats,
Yeah.
and we're gonna see how it goes. If I can turn a few hats into being able to get some CrawlerCast shirts, and then we'll try that and see how it goes. But it's whatever.
Heard that.
Just trying to just it's
Branch
expensive.
out.
New equipment's expensive.
Right.
I could use another camera. I would
Heard
like
that.
to. Next year, I have plans on sponsoring, having team drivers under the CrawlerCast name. So I'm going to be
that'll be
sponsoring a
cool.
couple
That'd
of
be
drivers
sweet.
next year. So, and then I'd love to be able to host a comp that's free, and there be a cash prize at the end where instead of everybody paying into the pot, CrawlerCast would just sponsor the event and pay out. So that's the sort of things I'm trying to gear towards. So that's, if you support me and my merchandise, that's where the money's going to build the
Absolutely.
channel, build the hobby, and just keep doing what we're doing. So
Yep, got to keep pumping it into the hobby.
Yep.
I mean, that's what this shirt's like. I'm starting these shirts. They're like $20, and that pays for the materials, and that's just to grow the hobby. I mean, I'm not trying to make a career out of t-shirts or anything, but yeah, our TTC that we're planning, I mean, that's free. We're gonna work on prizes. Last TTC, Derek actually handmade the trophies for that. Those
are super cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate that,
Yeah.
guys.
Super cool.
Just like that bridge, I'm going to be making some more trophies for this year, so hopefully
That'll be
they'll
awesome.
be even cooler.
Awesome. Heck yeah. No, there's something to getting a handcrafted trophy.
Right.
Right. That's what I thought.
We're fortunate enough to have Nomad Creations as a sponsor who sponsors our trophies. Otherwise, I would have to make something myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're really cool. He gets some really nice ones.
Yeah, Brian's
Absolutely.
awesome, and thank you, Brian, again for your sponsorship. It helps me out so
Absolutely.
much, just personally, where I don't have to even worry about the trophies. Brian's taking care of it.
Yeah.
And they're going to be ready when the comp's there. So
Right. Absolutely.
yep. Shout out Nomad Creations and Brian White. Thank you. But yeah, man, your YouTube channel is doing really good.
Thank you. I
You're-
appreciate that.
You're killing it, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm
put-
proud of you.
Yeah, I put quite a bit of effort into it. Some days more than others, but like I have fun and I want to share it.
Well, that's the thing, is that's what comes out in your videos, is that
Right.
you're having fun and you
Right.
want to share it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
100%.
exactly the feeling that your videos give. and
Absolutely. So
that's
that's
awesome.
good. I'm glad it's coming across that way, because that was my total plan. There is just if I wasn't filming for YouTube, I'd still be doing exactly what I was doing.
Right.
And it's just one of those things where I'm just like, this is cool. I'm having fun doing this. I want other people to see. It's time to eat. I want other people to see the fun that I'm having, because like he'll tell you also, there's one time we went into downtown Little Rock and actually drove our trucks down the sidewalk and stuff, and so many people were stopping like they'd never seen this stuff before.
Yeah.
And for us, it's like a normal thing, We
Right.
see, like, even my kids, they don't get excited about this because they've seen it their whole lives.
Yeah, down
Right.
by like the Clinton Library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's
we
a little park down there.
Right. We came across a group of kids that had never seen anything like this, and they followed us for probably a quarter of a mile.
Right.
And was just asking us questions and just wanted to know everything about it. And I've tried to give them as much information as possible, because that's what we do. We want to grow the hobby.
Yeah.
It seems massive to us. At least
Yeah.
I think it is. But it's so crazy when you come across somebody that's never seen it before, and they're like, I didn't even know these existed. And we're
Right. And you're like,
buddy,
how?
Oh, buddy, I
Right.
got some stuff to show
Right.
you.
Right. No, I went to a get together that Eric Mooney with the River Valley, Arkansas River Valley Crawlers had a couple weekends ago, or last weekend, up in Fort Smith, and it was the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the backside of a Walmart parking lot,
Yeah.
and just people were just pulling up and rolling their windows down and just watching, because
Yeah.
they had never seen anything like that before in their lives. It's like, oh, that's so cool! I've never seen those before, and it's everything to us. It's our whole world. We
Right.
know everything there is to know about it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
RC is life to us, and
Right.
it's when you see somebody's expression who's never seen it before, and
You
it's
get
just
excited.
the coolest thing. It's
Right.
so
Yeah.
awesome sharing
Yeah.
that with people. Yeah.
It always makes my day when
Yeah.
someone comes across and like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, oh man, this is my kids. They're just like, it's one of those things.
His dad.
Right.
His dad stuff.
Right. I could build something cool and I'll drive it through the living room and they're like, yep, cool. And I'm
Dad
like, I
built
just
another
spent
rig.
a month building that. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. Cool. Go play. But someone else will see it that's never seen it and they're just amazed. They want to get in there. They
Right.
want to see all the cool stuff. and
100%.
That just makes my day. It's awesome.
Heck yeah. Well, you build some beautiful rigs, Derek. You do too, man. You
Absolutely.
You build some
Thank you,
super
guys.
scale rigs. Also, that Hummer over there is just amazing, and the Bronco also.
I really appreciate you guys a whole bunch.
I respect both of you guys' building ability so much because I pay attention. You know, I pay
Right.
attention to everything that's going on in the hobby in our area, and I know who's building quality. I know who's doing what. You know, and
Right.
you guys always stand out. I think you won an award at the last.
With
Rock the
that
Ozarks.
that chassis, it has a different body on it. That's
Yeah.
it's a scale replica of my 1-to-1
Yeah.
parked out here.
I've seen
But-
the video.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
Heck yeah. So just want to say you guys are killing it, man. I'm proud of you. Keep going.
Appreciate it.
Thank
You
you.
need to post more on your YouTube.
Yeah, I'm quite a bit behind on mine.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm anywhere near the 1 day, every day of
Yeah.
a video.
I'm not even
spot,
anywhere
but
near daily
If
videos.
I could get to where I'd be
yeah.
once a week, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
But right now,
Guys,
about once a month.
Comment below if you want to see how Derek builds his bridges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my next.
We're
We
trying
got
to
to
get
talk
him-
him into it.
We're trying to get him to do videos on his bridges that he's building and his ideas. So comment below and let Derek know that you want to see that. And check out RC Workbench on YouTube. Check out Hot Rod Willis on YouTube if you
Yep.
don't already. You guys got any final things you want to shout out? Any Instagrams, TikToks? Where can people find your content?
I'm on TikTok, but not as kid friendly as YouTube. So keep that in mind. I have a lot of funny stuff because these are toys and I like to have fun with them. So,
Awesome.
Yeah, a lot of funny stuff. What else we got going on? We got TTC, but we don't have a date yet. We'll work on that whenever we find a date.
Next thing that I would like to do is going to be like a 100-gate run for fun.
Right.
At
We was kind of talking about that earlier.
Bald
Yep.
Knob Spillway, and probably going to do that before we do the Tough Truck Challenge.
Yeah.
But hopefully here, maybe within the next month or two. I want to build a few more of these scale bridges and give a few more of them away, and then get a few of us to all meet up out there one day, and we'll throw up,
Right.
200 cones and get out there and play for 2 or 3 hours and
Heck
run some
yeah.
big long course. Do like scale recovery onlys where we just use winches and we can run some of these more scale rigs and just have a good time. That's probably gonna be the next thing for
Awesome.
the North Central Arkansas Crawlers coming up. Hopefully
Heck
after
yeah.
that the next event will be like Tough Truck 1.5, but I suspect it'll probably be in the heat of the summer. Out there where we can get
Yeah.
everybody out there and throw some canopies up, maybe grill out some food, hot dogs, a couple things like we normally do.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
The TTC is free.
100%.
I donate prizes. He donates. He
Absolutely.
makes prizes.
I like to make a lot of prizes, and then anything that we can get, donations as far as cheap stuff that
Absolutely.
we give away.
We had
Right
tons
on.
of people donate the first one that we weren't even
Yes, that
planning
was
on.
very much appreciated.
Yeah,
Everybody
thank you guys.
that, donated. I know Joe Ropes donated, and several guys from his crew did as well.
Awesome.
So it was a really, really, really good time on the prizes. So
Joe Ropes and his guys. Shout out to Joe.
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Great crew.
Great
Appreciate you
crew,
guys.
guys.
I can't
Yep.
wait to see you guys again, man. That was awesome times.
I'm so thankful to have Joe Ropes as a sponsor for the Hot Spring Scale Crawlers this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those are awesome, awesome lanyards.
Yes.
I've got a couple of them. Several people that I know has got them. I mean, you just can't beat them.
Yeah.
And they're handy. That little magnet in there, like
Super handy.
that saved me
None of the
a
other stuff
couple of
has
headaches.
that. Yeah, you're going to take screws out on a trail to fix something because you're going to want
Body
to keep
clips.
playing.
Right.
That's the number one thing
Absolutely.
right there.
You pull that body clip out and go tack tack, and it's right
Yep.
there.
100%.
Yep.
And that's such a smart idea.
It's freaking genius.
I didn't
Yep.
think of it. Nobody else did.
Right.
A lot of people don't even know it's there.
Right.
A lot of
the
people
truth.
don't even know they're there. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's one of the great things about Joe Ropes. He's full of surprises, just like his lanyards.
Right?
But,
Absolutely. 100%.
thank you again, Joe, for being the
Absolutely.
sponsor for the Hot Spring Scale Crawlers. Let me see what I can do to help you guys. Also, we'll CrawlerCast to throw something in there to
Sure, absolutely.
Yes, that'd be cool.
sponsor a
We
couple
absolutely
prizes.
appreciate it.
And, absolutely, that's how we do it, man. We just got to keep it going, back each other, and
Right.
support each other. Thank you guys for supporting us.
Absolutely.
Go hit up RC Workbench on YouTube. Go hit up Hot Rod Willis on YouTube. Hit up CrawlerCast on YouTube, and just say, hey guys, just conversate with us. Tell us where you're at, what you drive.
I always respond. These guys will probably absolutely respond.
I try
we
to
love
respond
talking
to
about
every
RCs.
single
100%.
Comment us, ask us questions.
Yep, absolutely.
I will make a full build video for anybody that asks. Like if you want to know how I did something, comment it. I'll make a whole video for
And
it.
if you're in Arkansas, North Central Arkansas Crawlers on Facebook,
There you go.
we
Hit
welcome
hit
new
us up.
members. We go out to the Bald Knob Spillway and we try to have a good time. I mean, it's a really nice place to go out there and crawl and set up events like we're talking about doing these next couple of months.
All right. Shout out Josiah up there also. He's doing a lot for,
Yeah,
for the group
absolutely.
up there. Constantly getting people together and,
Yeah,
and
100%.
saying he's going to be
He's,
out there. And,
I talked to him on the drive up here, and him and Daryl and Brandon, they're all getting together out there today, a
Awesome.
little group, and they're going to be. I was like, take plenty of pictures.
heck yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming on today. I really
Thank you.
appreciate you making the
Appreciate-
drive down
appreciate
and
Yeah.
being on the show. It's been an awesome conversation, I think. So
Yeah, had
Absolutely.
a great time.
hopefully you guys watching enjoyed. I just want to give a big shout out to all the sponsors for the Hot Spring Scale Crawlers this year. Crude but Effective RC Fab, Power Shift RC Technologies, Nomad Creations, Joe Ropes, Endura, RC Plate Shop,
Oh, man.
CrawlerCast, and Rolling Rock Shop is throwing in some hard cash at the end of the year.
Always nice there.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Josh, for that. That's so amazing. He come in just the other day and said he wanted to throw in on the pot. So we absolutely welcome Rolling Rock Shop to the sponsor
Super
list.
clutch.
That's right. That's right. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to the sponsors. Hit up these guys on YouTube and me too, and comment down below who do you want to see on the next episode of CrawlerCast, guys. Thank you.